We're continuing to follow breaking news we first brought you at 5 today. A desperate attempt to save a man's life playing out in front of dozens of people on the beach in Gulf Shores. Strangers and lifeguards using CPR tried to revive a man who washed ashore after going missing while swimming. They worked on him for 20 minutes before rushing him to a hospital. As we mentioned, it's a story we first broke at 5, and tonight we're hearing from 2 people who witnessed that tragic scene. Our Baldwin County reporter Michael Warwick joining us live from where this all happened. And Michael, still no word tonight on whether the guy made it.
Yeah, Byron, no word yet. He was rushed to the hospital. Most people fearing the worst at this hour, including a father who was on the shore when that man came ashore and tried mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to no avail. A very, very scary scene for both him and the lifeguards who worked tirelessly and desperately to save that man's life. A busy Memorial Day at the beach, taking a tragic and dramatic turn.
Chaos, everything, everybody from over there to over there just came. Me and my dad started praying. Everybody, some people cried.
A young adult man washing ashore after Gulf Shores Beach Rescue says he swallowed too much water in today's dangerous surf.
It's rough today, wave after wave.
Felix Aguillon rushed to him along with dozens of others.
When the wave came up, it shot him out. It like spitted him out. And right there and then, everybody ran towards him. That's when I ran up to him and grabbed him by the head and, gave him mouth to mouth.
Rescue crews telling me they attempted CPR on him for nearly 20 minutes, unable to revive the man before he was rushed to the hospital.
After they pulled me away, we started praying for him and asking, God to kind of, do a miracle because we knew the situation was not good.
A reality check for several beachgoers that these waters, often fun and a way to cool off, can be deadly.
But it goes to show that these waters, you have to be really careful.
Absolutely, and Gulf Shores was not the only beach with dangerous rip currents today. Orange Beach reported 5 water rescues, several more here in Gulf Shores. Got to keep an eye out for those conditions, expected to be similar tomorrow. We're live here in Gulf Shores. I'm Michael Warwick, Fox 10 News.
All right, Michael, thanks very much for the update. Meteorologist Matt Barentine standing by now with more on rip current risk. And Matt, you and I have had experience with rip currents. Yeah. Are we looking at dangerous conditions for the rest of the week in our Gulf waters?
Well, like Michael just said, certainly for tomorrow. Going to be at high risk tomorrow. We'll likely see things improve as the week goes along. But, obviously, too, we've been through the busy weekend with these high risks. So that's what's been so tragic to see out there. Once again, let's talk about rip currents, rip current safety. This is what happens. I mean, sometimes it can be deceptive. Like I've been a lot this weekend. The surf didn't look all that rough at times, but what's going on underneath the surf is what's creating the rip currents. We have these sandbars that build up just offshore, and what happens is there becomes a cut in between the sandbars, and then all that water rushes out in that cut. And that's what creates the rip current that can drag you out. Now, the thing about a rip current, it doesn't drag you down, it drags you out. So if you get caught in one, the first thing you need to do is not panic. I speak from experience. It's happened to me. First thing I did was I panicked. Fortunately, I rolled over on my back and I breathed for a minute and I was able to catch my breath and then start swimming parallel to shore. So if you can't escape, one thing you can also do, like I said, is float or tread water. And even as you're working your way back to the beach, if you need to take rest, do the same thing, float, tread water for a little bit, and then continue to swim on. And of course, you could also wait for help or assistance. But of course, if you're thinking about going in after somebody, make sure you have some sort of flotation device, because a lot of times rescuers get dragged under by people they're trying to rescue. So it's a very dangerous thing out there when you're in the water. So always please pay attention to those beach flags.